Okay, guys, so for this section, chapter 6, section 1, you guys are going to have to watch two parts. This is the first part, okay? And in this part, I just want to cover savings as far as savings accounts are concerned. If you're not investing in the stock market, you're probably not going to make as good of a return as you hoped. On average, the stock market and investing in the market will gain about 6% per year, okay? So throughout your lifetime. So it could be down at some point in time, but it's gonna go up. Okay. It's gonna go down, it's gonna go up, it's gonna go down, it's gonna go up. But over 6%, okay, you should gain on it per the time by the time you take it out. So savings, literally in general, the definition of savings is setting aside of income for a period of time so that it can be used later. Any savings you acquire may be for a purchase later on. We basically, if you look over here, save so we can raise our standard of living. So we can have more money to raise our standard of living in the long run, in a period of time. You're not going to make a lot of money with a standard savings account at PNC. You know, the ones that probably majority of you have, where you have a checking and savings, you flip it over back and forth. You're going to you probably may pay on that per year to have that open. You might make a penny on it for a year. So it's not something that's going to gain a lot of ground for you over amount of time. Now, you hope to earn interest when you're saving, okay? But these savings accounts aren't going to have a ton of interest. The other one that you could do that you can make a little more interest on is an MMDA, a money market deposit account. Some of you might have this, you don't know it as a savings account, and you have to have a minimum balance of 1,000 to 2,500 in there. So it's going to make a little more interest than you do in a regular savings account, but not too much more. You may make a few bucks off of it per year, but they require some restrictions in MMDAs. Specifically, you can only withdraw from that account a few times a month, and you have to have a minimum deposit in there. Okay. The other type of savings that you can do, some of your grandparents have done for you over time, is a time deposit or a certificate of deposit. They're often called CDs, okay, and they earn a maturity over time, and CDs state the amount of time, amount of deposit, the length of time until maturity is reached, and the rate of interest that is being paid to the lender. So when that reaches maturity, so a lot of them will be 18 to 20 years. So when you are 18, you graduate high school, your grandparents will make them for you. They'll put $20 into the bank under your name. And when you're 18, you can go get those out. And then say they put 50 bucks in, it might go to 250 or 150 or whatever it may be the length of maturity for that time deposit. You can go out, and it's a nice gift from your grandparents, especially if they don't make it that long. Like mine didn't, but he did some certificates of deposit for me, which was pretty neat. When I was 18, I was able to go and get those out and remember him by. Okay, so that's pretty cool. The federal government does insure us. In 1929, FDR did this after the market crashed. The Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, FDIC, you can see this on every bank. It's federally insured, which means if you have up to $250,000 in a bank account and something happens where it's lost, they can refund you that money. Okay, it restores faith to us to keep our money into the bank. The banks need our money. Okay, they use it for things like mortgages and car loans and personal loans and all different kinds of things. So they need it. All right, guys. So watch the second video here. This was a quick one, only 3 minutes. I'm going to get into chapter 6, section 2, and stocks and bonds. All right. Have a nice one.